Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild. Hey, it's 100 episodes of the... What show is this? What show is this? What's on the Bench? Weekly. Yeah. If you count every single episode, I've said that 100 times, but if you count how many times I've said it and then had to say it again, probably said it like 200 times. Welcome to the show. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, of course, to all of our, what you call you guys? Gold level ding-dongs. Thank you so much for joining. He'll be late. Ye of little faith. Dart. Ye of little faith. I hope all of you are good. You probably were watching the live stream last night. Now you're watching this live stream tonight. Which is a very, very good show for me. Feeling very good about this. Very happy. 100 episodes of this show, which is great. And it's kind of fortuitous. I don't know how actual numbers are, but I think it's pretty close to actually being the right episode for a live to be. So, yeah, right. Right on, Chris. Straight into F1 talk. We're going to ruin everyone's night and just talk about this all night long. Formula. Is that Elvis's Cadillac on the bench? No. What? What Cadillac? No Cadillacs today. Salt Pond RC, gold level ding dong. I got myself a Red Moose t-shirt in the mail this week. Fantastic. One of my favorite shirts. I'm very happy with this one. Those of you who have ordered Suga bodies, and there's 20. True enough. Thank you for joining and celebrating in 100 episodes, Josh. What was I saying? 20 people now have Suga bodies, the carbon fiber versions from Thomas, who's absolutely knocked it out of the park. Some setbacks in his personal life for sure. But we're really knocking those out. Well, I'm not doing anything. Thomas is doing all the hard work, which I very much appreciate. It's been a real pleasure working with you on this, and cannot wait. Maybe one day we'll actually meet in person, which would be really nice. Blind Guy RC, gold level ding dong, and thank you very much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. It's a smiley face with sunglasses on. And Kai Guy, thank you for becoming a gold level ding dong. Tyler, unfortunately, there are no more Sugas left. We're doing a limited run. They're all spoken for. This is about, I want to say over a year ago that we started talking about this. So, yeah. Down Under RC, new to the channel and loving it, dude. Or is it new to the channel and loving it, dude? That was almost a Beatles. But somehow we got George Harrison in here somehow. My apologies for ruining your beautiful accent. We need a Suga build along. Oh man, that would be kind of fun, Frank. I could see that being a good one for sure. Yeah, why don't you check in? Let me know where you're watching from and what's on your bench right now. Kevin here is he's working on his team associated DC10 at the moment. Great car. My review video will be coming out for members maybe even tonight, depending on when I get out of this stream, and tomorrow for the rest of you. So be sure to check that out. It's a no spoilers. It's a good car. Setup, factory setup works very well. No spoilers. T-Rex, new member. Thank you very much for joining. You gold level ding dong you. Thomas Bialzik, thank you. Great. Thought we'd get through this without crying. Heart you, man. Oh, there we go. I don't even know how to make a heart. Right on. What are people watching from New Hampshire? New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. Accent made me think of I Love You, Man. Slapping the bass, man. I'm slapping the bass, man. One of my favorite movies of all time. I love Paul Rudd. Not afraid to say it either. Congrats on the 100th. What's the appropriate gift for a 100th anniversary? That's a good question. Does someone want to look that up for me so I don't have to get the keyboard down, please? That copper is getting dark. Holy, yeah, it is. It's, you know what would be really, actually, it would be really fun to go back to older episodes and see how much it patinas over time. I might do that actually I'll do that for the end of the year celebration. I always do like something around Boxing Day or Christmas Day after the best builds of the year. Maybe we'll do like a things that changed on the bench. Yes. Hello, my name's Jeff. Mrs. and I working on our moon buggy. Is it yours, plural, as in you will both drive it, or are you both making one? Or is it just one for two? Two for one? Who's the special musical guest? My dog. Yeah, Alexander barking at some point, probably. I'm working on a bug truck out of the Sand Scorcher body. For PLBTF, that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. Southern Ohio, custom carbon and VS410 on the bench. Excellent. Sea Death 1313. Thank you very much. Congrats on all them views on your reel. Right. And thanks for putting up with all my comments on your videos and all your help, champ. Always a pleasure. Rebecca answers most of them nowadays. I get the more technical ones. So hit me with your technical questions. Josh has plenty of lube to share with you. Yeah, he does. True enough. Or you could put 2 drops of oil on your chair. Negative. It stays as it is. Sharing lube with Josh sounds like a really bad idea, Harold. It's true. She steers and I do throttle. We tried that once, Josh and I. No, it was Ben and I when we were racing the banger cars at Proline in 20. How long has it been since I've been to that? We went in 2020. 21? I don't remember now. 2022. Was it last year? No, I didn't go last year. So 2022. All right. Bring the F-Toy to Proline. We can have a comp between it and my 4-seat 2-buggy build. I got so many things I got to bring to this stupid event, and it's hard for me to carry everything. I see that. Old Flapping Lips got my Suga on Tuesday. Thanks, Thomas and Matt. She's fracking gorgeous. Right on. I'm so happy. Man, these comments are rolling in. Rebecca answers your Instagram. No, I handle Instagram. Rebecca handles comments on YouTube and community and stuff. 2022. Thank you, Joe. Hard to keep track of everything. Just a quick question from T-Rex. You go level ding dong. Just a quick question. Whatever happened to the No Fun Haver truck you built a while back? The original No Fun Haver, which was the Lexan body Chevy, that I sold. The No Fun Haver 2 is still over there, and I do need to get on that. But if it wasn't for all the other projects happening, it would have been done a long time ago. Speaking of new projects, and we might as well start. This is what's on the bench after all. We should share some things that are on the bench. Here's that build, which is it's looking pretty good. This is a tribute to a real truck. The grill fell off, but imagine, if you will, that this grill was attached. There. Imagine that's how it looks. Yeah. But it doesn't right now because it fell off. But this build is a tribute to a truck that my friend Hanny found at King of the Hammers. This is a real truck. The real one's a single cab, not an extra cab, but who cares? I wanted to do an extra cab, so I did. But the girl who owns this truck, her name's Joanne, I think, and she's on Instagram, Yoda Girl 16. There were 15 more before her. But she owns this truck. It is cut doors just like this. It's painted this pink color. This door was tan. The rest of it was black. Paint's peeling and chipping everywhere. And this is to kind of recreate that build. I saw it and I was like, I got to build this. Got to build this thing. It's so ugly. but in the good way, right? This truck gets used and worked on, and she wheels it, and that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. So you've been following along with this. Nice, nice work. I'd call it chippy. It's good. That's good, Kevin. I like that a lot. I don't remember if hers was bobbed or not, but I bobbed mine because I wanted it to work. You know this chassis, VS410 chassis, Twisted Fabco leaf spring conversion kit. Very choice. Yeah, I bobbed it. I did a bad job on it. You can see the weld right there. The inside of the bed is hilarious because I screwed it up so bad, but I rolled with it. So now it's all like chewed up, like you did it with a Sawzall, poorly. And Rafter M, welcome to gold level ding dong status. And it's coming along. The paint is basically done, but I've got a lot more weathering to do, of course. There'll be some rust that we'll do. We may even do that tonight. Who knows? This is the 100th episode. Anything could happen. Yeah, so there's a lot more to do, a lot more detail stuff to do, but I'm having a blast putting this together and following Joanne's actual truck. There are some dents I want to put in there, so we'll be doing that as well. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Hers is bobbed. Okay, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Chippy is gold. It is such a great name for it, isn't it? That is really good, Kevin. Chippy it is. Love it. I do have the Zhiyun. If you've never used one of these before, let me get it for you. This is an excellent saw. I just, sometimes the saw, just like look at this thing. Make sushi with this thing. Made in Japan. The thing about this is that sometimes, just like a Dremel, it can get away from you. So, yeah, I just sort of I think I may have been holding it just slightly off angle when I was doing that inner part of the cut. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Happy accidents create even better finished products. So, yeah. There is a pic of it with a Christmas tree in the back and a lightsaber. Are you doing the school bus that tows it? No, I won't do the school bus, but I will do the whip antenna. I have one of those in green, I think it even is. So we'll have that on here for sure. I know it has tail lights. It definitely doesn't have headlights. The grill is a mess. But speaking of the grill, I think I shared this in a previous episode, but I basically took the existing RC four-wheel drive grill, chopped out the center section, and replaced it with a printed piece that Richard did, pardon my noob, Turks and Jerps, etc., and spliced that in. Printed it in ABS so I could use, styrene slurry on the backside there, as you can see. And then I sanded the front and cleaned it all up and made it look like it was always like that from the factory. So that'll go on the front here, where the grill goes usually. There's also an inner rad support there. That's from Richard as well. And we'll probably put it in so it's just like glued on one side but not on the other, so it has the same look as the real truck. The bumper, it started out, I think, painted. It's obviously going to get a lot of rust, so that'll happen as well. The wheels do have those nice big beadlock rings, so we'll do that. I'll probably just use the ones Colton made for me. I reached out to him, but I haven't heard from him. I wanted him to do another set for me. But I'll just use these, not these ones. These are from Locked Up RC, and they don't work as well on the Vanquish hubs or on the Vanquish wheels as the ones Colton did. So I'll take those off the Pro Mod for now and swap them out. But yeah, it's coming along. The teal paint on the cut doors, I just absolutely loved. I thought this is a master stroke in like all of the weirdness of a real truck. And that's what I really like about it. Currently, because this is a VS410, I've managed to keep all of the original transmission in place with an interior that will fit which is great. Even got the battery tray in there too, which is hard to see. But yeah, it's an absolute blast, man. When you have something that you can build, you know, you can look at pictures, you can reference it, you go, oh, that's how, okay, that's how that goes, you have such a leg up, because while you're still using your imagination, you're still building, you have something you can look at and go, yes, okay, that's perfect, now I know exactly how I'm going to do that next step. So making a list on a truck like this is way easier than it would be on like just building something on your own. Let's see. I missed about 1 billion comments as usual. Let's see here. How do you like the Leaf conversion so far? So far, so good. I haven't driven it per se, but I've watched all of Casey's videos. I know these trucks perform really, really well. He did include a new skid, which I'm a little bit nervous to try using at this point, because I've already set this up with the interior and everything sits properly. So I don't want to like change something now if it's going to raise the transmission up, but maybe after Proline by the Fire, we'll swap that out afterwards. Need to rust the bed, as they were 2-piece, upper and lower, and they always rusted through along the seam. Okay, perfect. We'll do that. I don't have any pics of the inside of the bed, so I'll take your word for it on that one. Excellent saw, but the operator's always the issue. Yes, exactly. 3D scan her head. I don't think I'll be seeing her anytime soon. I doubt she'll come to Proline by the Fire. I think she's a King of Hammers type of girl, and probably won't see her much else. Do you ever do a post? Do you ever post a builds part breakdown after a cool project? Also explain by what you mean by a Dremel can get away from you. I made this joke a long time ago. I prefer hand tools over power tools where possible. I just feel you get better control. A Dremel, because it's rotating at such a high rate of speed, I find that the cuts oftentimes will go further than you want them to. And then you're left trying to fix mistakes. So, yeah, there you go. Sorry, just got here. Love the Miami Vice theme. Yeah. Max RPM on the Suizon. Well, I hope you're not rotating it much. just going this way, left, up and down, or back and forth. If that gets away from you like a Dremel, maybe you're holding it wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, teleguided. Hello. Chippy was good, but cracked out trailer park Barbie truck of a dumpster fire is a good contender. Yeah, she saw that comment, and she's actually going to make a bumper sticker that says that. So, yeah, won't be far off. One of the things I did want to do to this, maybe even tonight, after we get our first demo out of the way, because this is demo night tonight. We're doing some fun stuff. I'll do the primer bead over the weld, so you can really see it better, and also because that's what you would do. We'll try that maybe later. We'll see. Need to bust out that steel-infused PLA. Pourquoi, mes amis? Zip ties for the grill. Yeah, I think she had a bunch of wire holding it on. Skid is from a dude named Adam. It does raise the trans by, I want to say, 4 millimeters. Well, that would be a problem, so I won't be adding that. Unfortunately, that's too bad. Okay, it looks like I'm caught up. Wow, is that possible? Weird. Okay, good, great. All right. Hey, who wants to do a demo? I will do one right now. A lot of people want to know how I do this type of paint chipping. That's what it's called, chipping, because what you're doing is painting a layer of paint underneath, then applying a medium that won't allow the next layer of paint to stick entirely. And then you basically go in and you chip away at the paint with like a paintbrush or a toothpick or whatever, and you get these nice real looking bits of paint that have flaked off. because obviously this was painted with a brush or something. But we're going to do it with hairspray tonight. So let me just get set up here with my paper towel. We're going to zoom in a little bit, change our focus to there. See my hands? Perfect. And we're going to do a little bit of chipping on this 3D printed jerry can here. I think this is from Night Customs, probably. Yeah, I'm going to say Night Customs, probably for sure. And I'm using that on one of my BRX02s. But what I want to do is give it a quick chipping job. So I'm going to get out the hairspray. This is Tresemme, used by professionals. So you know it's good. Used by professionals. Superior hold with touchable feel. And all you do here is give this a quick shake. And I really should have a glove. No glove, no love. Hang on. There we go. And we're just going to give this a quick coating in hairspray. Ugh. Make a big mess. And we're going to let that dry to completion. And then we'll come back to that in a second. You're not a professional. You better put that down. Giant hands. Oh, my. Yeah, they're big. While we let that dry, we can all revel in the great smell that this is offering. Don't spray that by the tires. Oh, yeah, the metal-infused PLA. Sand it a bit and it'll rust. Yeah, that's the ticket. I remember that. Vallejo does also have a chipping medium. Works fantastic and don't smell like my ex. I've actually got some of that as well. It's not handy, but this is another technique. It works just as well. I actually like it better because it smells so great. I only have Aquanet. Will that work? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, my head is right over that. I'm going to move me up to the top right corner, I think. Probably a better place for me anyway. Out of the way. Bam. There I am. Much better. Fishbuilt, thank you. Pretty busy night, but wanted to say congratulations on your 100th episode and can't wait for the next 100. Keep killing it. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We're all just ignoring the no glove, no love comment. Does Craftsman know that you just use those gloves without properly saying so? Oh, yeah, shit. Make sure you get yourself some gloves. What is it? Wear you some gloves. Right there. It's right there. Wear you some gloves. I love Craftsman. Now that is a Patreon I would join for sure. Okay, so now is this dry? No, it's still a little tacky. We'll give it another second. Anchor Lube hairspray. I thought this was an RC show. You just sprayed the tires with hairspray. No, I didn't. There's no hairspray on the tires. Don't worry. They'll be fine. All right. Will Soul Glow. Look, guys, just get hairspray or get the Vallejo chipping medium, okay? Gloves are the budget option. You've got 5 shots. I don't understand. You've got 5 shots. There's a new brand of glove called Frank's at Canadian Tire. Their slogan was "Gives good glovin'." Oh yeah, Frank's. Frank is the in-house brand for Canadian Tire. I forgot all about that. Salon Builder's Guide. Any hairspray? Bald guy. The dog's name is Hairspray. That's it. What does hairspray do to tires? I have no idea. but we don't have to worry about that because there's no hairspray on the tire. This is a very concentrated stream. It goes directly on the thing you're trying to put it on. Did you say always spray tires with hairspray? Yes, that's exactly what I said. All right, is this dry enough now? Not entirely. Give it another second. Oh, brother. What a great show. Anyway, what we will be doing here is we're going to add a top layer of paint. I'm going to use some US olive drab from Vallejo. Acrylic-based paints work best in this scenario. I've done it with lacquers, but it takes longer to sometimes get the top layer to get enough moisture beyond it. Yeah. Let's just say you happen to get hairspray on tires. Would that be okay? Okay, now you have to spray the tires so we know what happens. Do I have a tire that I can waste? Yes, I do. This is for science that we're doing this, okay? Here is a Element General Grabber, which I will never use again. Let's see what happens when we put... What if I get tires in my hairspray? Use a lighter when applying the hairspray. It will dry much quicker. You guys are the worst. Give tire shine a go. Okay, we're spraying this tire with hairspray. Let's see what happens. Doesn't look like anything's happening. Okay, now do gasoline and styrofoam. What was it where they were painting bees and then the bee died? I just tuned in. What in the world is happening? We're testing theories. Nothing appears to have happened. Nothing came off the tire. I think we're okay. Is the tire going to be sticky or smooth? Looks wet. Use a lighter to dry quicker. It seems to have cleaned the tire, if anything. Tire shine. All right, well, let's set that aside for now. We'll come back to that later. You don't need an airbrush for this step. You could paint with a brush, I guess, if you wanted. I wouldn't. You put a whiteout on bees, duh. Right. I forgot. Yeah. I'm not good with science. All right. So you don't have to use an airbrush. If you have one, use one. There we go. Clean it out. Make sure we're olive drabbing it up. If you're wanting sticky, just use the same epoxy mix you used on the jet boat. Use hairspray to keep the sidewalls from buckling. No inserts needed. Hairspray won't work. You need to use hair mousse. We all just peer pressure Matt into doing pointless stuff. Let's keep going. All right. Enough tomfoolery. Now, we've got our hairspray on our jerry can. Please focus. There we go. And we're just going to do a light coat of this olive drab here. You don't have to be too fancy with this step. Just cover it. Well, let's do the whole thing. Why not? Low effort. I love the airbrush. Now, Josh, are you paying attention to any of this? Tomfoolery is the dog's name. That's right. All right. That's Probably good. Basically got it covered. And we're going to let that dry momentarily. Yeah, you know what? We'll do this later. There we go. Okay. So now we'll just let that dry. Did you get that airbrush from Josh? No, this is mine. It's mine. And like any good airbrush enthusiast, you do have to have a way to clean the airbrush. You can't just leave the paint in it like someone I know would. Can't focus too many hairspray experiments. Josh is going to try and put hairspray in his airbrush now. Great. This is so great. What an excellent episode. So I have some fresh water here in my rinse well. And then you just put that into the cup. I use an old cruddy paintbrush, which has gone missing. Oh, there it is on the floor where it's supposed to be. Just a crappy old brush that I use here. And I just kind of scrub around inside the cup, making sure that that everything is, any crusty bits of paint have sort of been dissolved. And then I usually just run it through the Mr. Airbrush cleaning bottle system. Doesn't get any more exciting than this. You give it a few like up and down motions through the whole range of the needle. Get all that paint out of there. And then dump out whatever excess is in there. And that's it. Clean airbrush. Ready for the next time you need to use it, which will be later this episode. Get that out of the way for now. Have a sip of beverage. Cheers, everyone. Welcome to the 100th episode. Do it slower now. Put the hairspray in the airbrush. Technically, it's a hairbrush then. Oh, God. Hot water. Where's that? Where? I just saw that. Hot water works when you forget, or like me, every time I pull out the airbrush. Crusty Bits of Paint is my new band name. You guys are fire tonight. This is the best 100th episode I've ever done. I use an old coffee pot for cleaning. That works too. These are great ideas. It's Science Builders Guild now. Or a really bad barbershop for the Navy. Just put the tip in and spray. And I'm the one who will ruin his airbrushes. Yeah, you are goddamn right. Oh my God. Fantastic. All right. Is this paint dry yet? Not really. We'll let it go for a couple more minutes. No big deal. I guess since we have the airbrush out and it's pressured, you just run some primer through it and do that weld. Let's do that while we're waiting for that to dry. Isn't this fun? We're learning. I'm learning, son. Just so you know. Oh, we're still good. Okay, we're good. Just so you know, no ill effects from the hairspray on the tire. So we can still use these. It doesn't appear to be any less grippy. Science. Okay. All right. Let's do this primer here. Got some Vallejo Surface Primer. Or Surface. It is Spanish. This is a house of learned doctors. Is it touchable? I mean, everything's touchable. Why did he hairspray? What did I... Oh, my God. Oh, Josh. Okay, so you missed it, obviously. But what I did was this started out as red. And then I sprayed it with hairspray. And then I painted over that with olive drab. And it's still drying for now. So we're moving on to another thing. We'll come back to this. And then you can see some cool chipping. God. He's like a child. Her bob weld is pink. Yeah, that's fine. I said it was a tribute build. I didn't say it was like an exact replica. I want to do my own things as well. Watching paint dry. Wow, who knew it was so fun? I won't need very much of this. There we go. Let's just spray this weld. That was easy. It doesn't look anything like this truck. This is just a tribute. Art Blue, thank you very much. Came to learn and also a comedy show and science. Thank you for all you do for us and the hobby. Thank you so much, Art. Much appreciated. I like your avatar too. It looks like you probably, but you're a Star Wars man. This one's going to be a little harder to demo because it's on the other side. Maybe if we go all the way back here, and then I do a focus there and zoom out. Come on, dummy. Good enough. There we go. All right. Perfect. Just airbrush it. There you go. That's the weld seam done. I like it. Get rid of that spot focus. Exceptional work. Yes. Loud noises. Remember to clean out your airbrush. Most important part of any art project. Get your cruddy brush. Squish it around a bit. Got to start over now. I am going to add some rust to that as well. There'll be some weathering of that weld later on. Weathering is... I don't think we're going to get to weathering today. Somebody was asking about which airbrush I use. This is the Iwata Eclipse brand. Iwata is the brand. Iwata. Very good airbrushes. You know what would make that weld seam way better? Hairspray. The comedy never stops. I'm loving it, you guys. Thank you so much. Best detail airbrush on the market. Pigeon Farm Boy said it. I believe him. They are good airbrushes. The one that Josh bought is also equally not great. It's really good if you just you want to use it once and then never use it again. Like we know he will. All right. I think that olive drab is probably dry now, so we can move on to our next fun steps. What do I need? I need a palette. A painter's palette, if you will. Never paint our seas on weed. No. What happens if you hairspray your chair? Probably nothing. Nothing good anyway. All right. Let's go back to this view. And yeah, that's dry enough for jazz. What a nice looking brand new jerry can. We're just going to toss a little tiny bit of fresh water into the palette. And boy, this chair is squeaky. Have you guys noticed this chair? This chair feels like I've been sitting in it for 100 episodes. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to, now that we've got the hairspray layer and then another layer of paint, and because this is acrylic, water-based paint, if you apply a little bit of water to this actual top layer of paint, it'll get under that layer of paint and you can chip it away pretty easily. So watch this. I'm just going to do a little bit of water here, and it won't take very much. And then you can just kind of scrape away. Look at that. Look at that. Very light motion. You can even use the other side of the paintbrush if you want to really try to like get some like striations or scrapes. You can see that. See that? Look at that. Focus, damn you. There we go. I'll keep going with the paintbrush here. And like any process, again, it's like you look at it and you go, is that enough? That's probably enough. This chipping technique works really well when you go into like the corners and the edges of an object, because that's where all the wear would be, right? Wouldn't be on the face normally, but it would be like in all the creases or any of the areas where this would get touched or rubbed up against something or scraped along the edge of something over and over and over again. You would get all these little chips of paint coming off. So that's why you do it in sort of like the edges. Definitely more around the bottom where you'd be scraping it along the ground, lifting it up. Might even just scrape a little bit away like this. And once you've got like once you're kind of happy with where that is, just dab it very lightly with a paper towel. I love these Blue Shop towels. They're my absolute favorite. This episode brought to you by Blue Shop Towels. There you go. Now it looks aged. Pretty neat, huh? Some happy little chips over here. Happy little chips over there. Just chip it. This is funny and so familiar to one-to-one stuff I did last week. I had an older military ammo box, someone who painted black, but in the chipping paint, you could see the yellow lettering. Took some acetone to it. There you go. See? Yeah, very cool. Will it still hold fuel? Little torn off pieces of Scotch-Brite pads for chipping effects on edges. Absolutely works. That's a great one as well. But yeah, you can just sort of like, this is just something you can have fun with, you know, make all your brand new shit look old. That to me is like the genius of all this modeling and like having access to these tips and tricks. You can really kind of take what would be typically, you know, everyone has a jerry can on their truck, but if you use this technique, then you've got something really unique that no one else has done. A lot of value in these little tips and tricks because it really does make for a much more unique experience, and it's fun. I love doing stuff like this, and I like sharing these sorts of things with people. So hopefully you're getting something out of this, and you're finding something useful that you could learn. You know what I could learn is where to hold things better when I'm filming them. There we go. So now that that's done, you're probably saying to yourself, well, that's all fine and dandy, but what happens when it gets wet? Well, don't let that happen. No, spray this with some flat clear, like a Tamiya flat clear after you're done with your chipping process, and then everything will stay in place. And there you go. Scale Learners Guild. There you go. Funny thing is, I've never seen an olive drab jerry can. Well, I guess you haven't been looking hard enough. This is, it's just like you could paint it. Somebody could have painted that. Who knows? But doesn't that look so much better than just a plain old painted jerry can? I think it gives it a lot more character. Focus, please. Focus. There. That's better. As long as you like the look of a pink truck, that's fine. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. There you go. OD green jerry can in my XJ. So it does exist. Neat. Anyway, there's a little learning tip for you there. But yeah, I cannot stress enough, if you want it to stay that way, you definitely need to seal it afterwards. Smart ass aside, that is cool. I mean, hey, you want to take it one step further? We can go one step further. I'm here all night. Not all night. I'm here for a while. Time 9:45 already. I feel like just seconds ago we were experimenting with airspray on tires. Okay. I won't. You know what? Actually, I can't clear it right now. But let's do some rusting on it. Why not? What kind of sealer? Anything. TS clear, any matte clear will work. You could use an acrylic matte-based clear and just let it sit for a long time. Any of those things will work, really. I've got some acrylic rust texture here from Vallejo. Did I? Oh, I did. I threw a spot focus on there. Sorry. Environment rust texture. Just seal it. This is just like a textured, rusty kind of crud. It's almost like a mud, if I'm honest. And we'll just for fun. This is just for fun. Throw a little bit there, just like that. Maybe some right here. And I'm just going to stipple that a little bit. Subtle. But subtle is best at this scale. This is just the first step. Scale Rusters Guild. All right, that's enough of that. Doesn't look like much. That's fine. Now I've got a rust wash from Vallejo. Oxido. Where's my painter's palette? Need that for a moment. There's a couple of dots of that. We don't need much. Now, I don't have a fine enough brush, and my eyesight's too bad to do this properly, but I'd like to do a little bit of streaking. The streaking looks so bad right now. The focus. And I'm just diluting this wash even further. Subtle, but it's there. Yeah, that works. Look out, Matt is streaking. Everyone's doing it. We're streaking through the quad. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what you can do with just a wash and a very thin paintbrush. Not probably the best example, but it's pretty decent. Doesn't not look like it, right? Do a little more on this side. Yep. That's good enough for jazz. So afterwards, we'll fill the jerry can with hairspray. All right, that's all your demos for today. I hope you appreciate or learned something. I highly recommend playing with stuff, trying things, experimenting, see what works for you. Incorporate all of these things into your builds, and you'll just have a build that's so much more unique, so much more your own. Give her a go. Or don't. You know what? You do what you want. That's how this should be. I see the technique, but I'll still be missing the talent. I got some AK streaking paintbrushes from a Secret Santa last Christmas. They're pretty neat, but take some practice to learn. Ooh, streaking paintbrushes, eh? Tell me more about that, Kevin. Send me a DM. I'm curious. I want to know all about it. Matt streaks in a 5-panel hat. My wife says I'm not allowed to do any more experimenting. Oh, brother. Did you clean the airbrush after the primer? Yes, I did. Thank you for the reminder, though. I appreciate that. Who prints that can? That is Night Customs, I think, offers this can. Not a bad-looking can. I printed this one in PLA-CF, so it's pretty smooth. I didn't have to do much. I didn't do any post-processing to it, actually. It turned out pretty good. So, yeah, there you go. New techniques. There's Brazen Brett. Hello, Brett. How are you? Or is it West Desert Brazen? Where'd this paint come from? There we go. All right, so that's the end of the demo portion of this show. I might as well show you the other build I'm working on right now, which I'm sure you guys remember. Five-panel nation. Yeah, there's a lot of guys buying those 5-panel hats, I'll tell you. For this build, for the weathering, I will tell you that I'm going to be using a lot of dust techniques, some rusting as well, because the inside seams and all the cut doors are very rusty. There's some denting. Oh, where'd that dent experiment go? I was experimenting with denting. Where is it? It's in the trash. Hang on a second. Digging through the trash again. Oh, where is it? Son of a gun. There it is. All right, good. Oh, that smells like paint in there. So, remember I was talking about how I was going to do dents? Here's the portion that I took out of the bed. Not small. Build the body out of aluminum, so the dents are real. Yeah. It's too late now, Brett. I'm the trash man. So anyway, here's a clean panel here. And I was like, maybe I'll use those wisps. Where'd those go? Oh, yeah, here they are. These guys to do some melting and bending and denting of plastic. And so that's clean. Yeah. And then there's my first shot at some dents. And I think that looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty realistic, like especially this part down here. You could use that to make that bed longer. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we should cut off this part here where I put this fake weld and stick this back in. Yes. Good idea. Yes, that person is Blake, and his Instagram is Metal Masher. He still makes those bodies too, so if you wanted one, he would make you one. But yeah, so I think that's going to work out pretty well. I think that looks good. So what we got to do is there's going to be a dent in this quarter panel. There's going to be, I think it's all bashed up along there. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. So I'm waiting until the body is done, and then I'll start smashing them to pieces. Well, bending them to pieces. Did you use any heat? Yeah, absolutely. 100% I did. I hit it real hard with the heat gun for a good long time to get it to be nice and melty, but not to the point. You do it from the inside of the body panel, not the outside. If you do it from the outside, it tends to get really shiny, and you can see some evidence of that towards the bottom there. And you don't want that, because then it's going to warp it, not bend it the way you want. So heat it from the inside or the back side. You can see how much worse it looks on the back side. Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that in the next couple of days. I have to do it in the next couple of days because this build has to get done soon. But yeah, it's coming along for sure. I'm pretty happy with this one. And Yoda Girl 16, if you are out there, thank you so much for allowing me to make this build. It's so fun. Your truck is ugly in the best way possible. It's so cool. Yeah. So there you go. That's the pink Yoda. You have to come up with a name for it. I guess that name that other comment had on it was probably good enough. All right. So next, what do we got here? We're an hour in. That one coming to PLBTF? Yes, Ben. 100%. That's the plan. I want to have that one done. So next, here is a shortened wheelbase Zool 2. This is the... God, that chair is so annoying. I should do something about it. It's like, it's getting worse. Like my back. Yes, shortened wheelbase Zool 2. This is like a 12-ish wheelbase. Top tip, in the back of every single Element kit or RTR manual, they have the list of the links you need to make, I think, 11.8, 12.0, 12.3, 12.6 inch wheelbase. They give you all the link measurements. But keep in mind, if you're going to be changing links or using other people's links, you need to use Element's rod ends in order to get the right lengths. There you go. What are you doing? Think of the resale value, man. Dumpster seems fine. That's how I refer to your Jeep, though. So, yeah. You Rideworks, Buck Dandy, thank you very much. You could get some lube for that chair. I know a guy. Lubrication is key. So anyway, you may have noticed that there is a Toyota-based looking wheel and on the back there. This is just a smaller tire, a Compass, but this is just for mock-up purposes only. I might use those wheels. I don't know. But here's the Land Cruiser body. This is the Land Cruiser 250 series. And you can see it's going to be a mighty good fit. There, yeah, somewhere in there. That's what we're hoping for. But I've done, God, 4 sanding sessions of hours each, followed by a couple sprays of filler primer, and then back to sanding. And then I've done a Bondo glazing putty coat as well on some parts. And now I'm just finding more scratches here and there that I want to fill in before we get to the next step, which is priming again. Toyota wheels for a Jeep body? Get out of here, Brett. You don't know what you're talking about. And then, yeah, then we're almost ready to do an interior. Night Customs did send me an interior that he thought would fit. Oh, 10 o'clock. Speak English, please. That was a lot of words. So, yeah, pretty cool looking Land Cruiser, man. I really like the look of these, and I priced one out the other day and realized I do need to live in a house. so I won't be getting one of those anytime soon. But I like it. I think it looks really cool, and it's like a nice kind of modern interpretation of the Land Cruiser. There's some nice little hints, nods to old timey stuff. I went for the Heritage grill. I much prefer the Heritage grill. Filler primer. You want to know what that is? It's where is that? Oh, the chair. Automotive filler primer. It's like a much thicker. I think it actually has like a plastic or a plasticized element to it that kind of fills in minor scratches. But yeah, it works really well. Don't put it on too thick, because then you start to lose definition in your body. How can that be more than a Volvo? Trust me, I asked that question myself. Because this is just a hybrid for performance, not for economy. So it like has like 360 horsepower and like 450 pound-feet of torque or something, and it has an electric motor in the transmission, but doesn't really serve any purpose other than giving you more torques. Anywho, yeah, I'm hoping to have this one done for Proline by the Fire too, but I'm not optimistic because I'm trying to do a really good job on it. And it, yeah, it's a process for sure. I printed this in ABS to give me sort of a hang, like a little bit of a grace on the actual sanding and everything. Because when you sand PLA, it tends to get hot very quickly, and then it just kind of melts and becomes goop when you try to sand it. ABS is a much higher temp filament and will take a lot more heat, so the sanding goes much faster. You can go like 80 grit to 120 to 220 and so on. So yeah, it works pretty well. Have you considered literally any other available chair? No, I haven't, and I won't, and I shan't. I won't be. Yeah, it's expensive because it says Land Cruiser. Yeah, exactly. Have you used Steal It? Yes, I have. Anyway, so that's the 250 series. Much to do on that one, but it's coming along pretty nicely. This all started with a bunch of screws and some filament, so it's come a long way, and still has a long way to go. But I'm excited for that one. I like these printing bodies kind of scheme. It's fun. You can have stuff that no one else has. Again, another great part of this hobby. Steal It. Where do I have that? Oh yeah, Steal It. I used on the F toy, and it holds up pretty well. This has been rolled over a number of times because it's big, heavy, and leaf sprung. But yeah, there's a good look at it there. It does hold up pretty well. It's not perfect. It's not like there is no coating other than powder coating that holds up better, in my opinion. But it does look pretty good. Comes in a bunch of different colors, I think, as well. But yeah, I think it looks good. It's a good surface finisher. Yeah. I like this truck a lot. I want to drive it more. Just drive it. Just drive it. That's a sweet build. Thank you. Did you see the new MFAB chassis? I did see that. Yeah, I saw him driving it around. It looks pretty interesting. There's a lot going on. It's a pretty like intense, complicated sort of chassis, but it does seem pretty cool. That's some pricey spray paint. Yeah, but it's got something in it, Ben. I don't know what, but it's got something in it that makes it expensive. Let me see here. Steal It. Stainless steel in a can. Polyurethane aerosol. Keep out of reach of children. Doesn't really say much about it, other than it's a polyurethane aerosol. 316L stainless steel, anti-corrosive, and weldable. So I guess you can weld over it. I didn't do that. It's got hairspray in it. Yes. This is a great show. Much comedy tonight. I got to open this second beer, I think. Time to party. It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. Great. Now I can't use that. Why not? Oh, I get it. Have you ever thought about getting into CNC? No, I haven't. I think that's well, first of all, I need space. I don't think I could fit a CNC machine into my 6x8 foot workshop. It's all there. This is all this, like, there's no other space that I could work in. I don't have a garage or a car hole, depending on where you live. This is all I've got. So, yeah. I barely brazen here, but I do it. Tastes so good. Have you ever enjoyed, Billy, do you like movies about gladiators? We haven't done that joke in a long time. Okay. So since it's the 100th episode, I've shared a tip. We've done science. Is there anything else? Put the CNC in the bedroom. Why didn't I think of that? It's so smart. I guess we could kind of do whatever it is you want now. What do you want? What do you want? Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? I'm glad there's people of my age that know that movie. Where's the Blazing Blazer? It's here. It's on the shelf. Nothing's changed. Are you building anything special for Proline by the Fire? Joe, where the hell have you been? Or is this a joke? The Land Cruiser 250 series. And the dumpster fire. Surely you've seen this by now. More hairspray experiments. I could have swore I heard you say someone painted a beer and it died. No, it was a bee. They painted it with white. They put white out on a bee. That was the experiment. Western wise. Oh, ew, no. Do I look like a theme guy? No, I can't. No. If I wanted to, I'd just bring the steam truck, if I'm honest. But no, I'm not bringing that. What do you guys want to see next? Tell me to get something out that I haven't sold. I guess I could build the tube bender. Should we build the tube bender? Play the intro. I don't even know if I don't have the intro in here. Cut the beer cans to make panels for the optic build. Yes, we're going to have to do that. Wedge an interior into the Kyosho Rally behind you. I bet you that that drift car interior would fit. What did I put that in? Oh, I put it in the not shippy, not dippy. I put it in dippy. Yeah, that would probably fit in there. It would probably fit pretty good. I want to see you oil that chair. Well, I don't have any oil in here. I've got some mousse slick. Somebody wants to see the Ranger. Nothing has changed. It's so embarrassing. This has just been sitting like this for I don't even know how long now. That front suspension's a little stiff. I need to do something about that. It's been sanded a little bit. The rear bed's a mess. I had tried a whole bunch of different shapes that I was very unhappy with. I've cut out the wheel well significantly. Proline released so much stuff today. Yeah, they did. Josh is going to be busy in the news after Nude's Delight. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do on this still. Easy fix now. Proline has that body. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of ticked off about that. But you know what? No one will do one quite like this. But I think instead of me trying to build this in 3D, because that was proving to be a real pain, I think I'll just build it out in styrene sheet. It'll be faster for me to do that. Your Ranger needs to be done by October 12th. Well, that's not probably going to happen then. You should make a nice graphic paint job and then distress it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. There's a Method livery that I saw that looks a lot like the Marlboro livery, the red and like a star. And they did Method in the Marlboro in a scripty kind of look. I thought was quite nice. So I'll probably do something like that. I don't know. Put some white out on it. Do you have any F1 RCs? No, I don't. I find on-road to be the most boring thing. I don't have a lot of friends here that are into RC. The only on-road stuff I like is drift. And that's not technically... I guess it's on track. Does the hood open? Yes, the hood does open. It's actually part of the model. It comes with these really nice hinges. And look at that. Sick, right? There's even a radiator in there and everything. This is a great body. And if you want it, it's on Cults 3D. I think you just type in Ranger and it'll come up. Did K-pop ever surface? K-pop got a new job at the same place that he's already working at, but it's like a bigger job with more responsibilities. So I think that's what he's been up to. I haven't seen him. I've been to the drift track a few times lately, doing drift things, and I haven't seen him in a little while. I've talked to him though. I know he's alive, so that's good. The Ripper. Okay, I will get the Ripper. It's right here. Splow! I love my Ripper. There are many like it, but this one is well, there are not many like it. There's a few like it, but this one is mine. And it's still dirty because I put it away wet. I'm a bad man. But yeah, this one's mine, number 16. Probably not legitimately number 16, but I asked for that number and they gave it to me. Some interior elements from Scale Built in the UK, which is pretty neat. Resin printed stuff, very cool. Otherwise stock, just driven a lot. So there you go, Ripper. Will there be a Ripper 2? Yes? Will Josh be happy about it? No. I don't know what his problem is. The metal spur gear. Oh, the Ripper does need Matt and Josh heads. That's a good point. I forgot that those exist. So we should do that. Ever consider putting a VFD in the Ripper? No, because this is an SCX-10-2 chassis set up, so I don't think that would fit in any way. I don't think that conversion exists. Also, the transmission came with the Ripper, so if I took it out, it wouldn't be a complete Ripper anymore. So I think I'll just keep it stock. Why 16? Is that the month you met Rebecca? No, it was the lowest available number they had left. So I wanted it to feel like it was unique, or like a low number car. I love this thing though, and I do drive it, which is good. That's a good thing. Oh, it's so heavy. Yeah, I drive it all the time. All the time. I don't drive it all the time, but I do drive it. Somebody was asking about the DC-10. There it is. Yeah, this is a Traxxas body. It was the only body I had that would work on there for now. But yeah, people seem to like this Cadillac body. I myself, I was like, yeah, whatever, Cadillac. But yeah, it's getting a lot of likes. People are like, no, it's pretty good. Not a Thunderbird. Nope, not even a Mark 8. But yeah, I don't know that this body will stay on here for long. I do have a body on order. I ordered a custom paint job from a guy in the UK. His name's Slide Customs, and he does some really, really nice. I'll show you some. Actually, we can do it right here on the internet, I bleive. Let me just grab my keyboard. Type things in Instagram. It's a thing. You're gonna make me sign in. I hate that. Did that work? Did. Sweet. Okay, now let's share. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Slide customs. Share. Is this working? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so this is his handle, SL1D3 Customs. And he does some pretty cool paint. This one really grabbed my attention. I thought, oh my God. I thought this was really cool with the very geometric patterns and the really bright colors. I just thought that looked so cool. So I got him to do up a body for me. He's doing a Supra. And yeah, that's going to go on this. Sign in. Do you know who I am? What's the hex width, track width? I don't know off the top of my head. It might be listed in the specs here. Front width. Do you want it in millimeters or inches? I'll give it to you in both. 172 millimeters for the front, 6.7 inches. Rear width is 180 millimeters or 7 inches. The wheelbase, 257, totally common. Yeah. Ball bearings. From what company? For the Supra body, I don't know. Whatever he likes the most. So that's what's going on there. Mike, when you type as hard and as fast as I do, you don't want any latency. Why a wired connection is best. Is that scale exhaust? Yeah, those are the body posts that won't be on there once the new body comes in. In the meantime, though, I probably will get another body, ruin the streak on the Lexan counter, and paint up a proper kind of, I call it like a bash around fuck about body, like I don't mind getting it wrecked. So we'll have one of those. Yeah. Kevin, there are so many people who are so good with Lexan. I think I'm just okay with Lexan. There are so many people who are so much more talented than me. And that's why I wanted one of these bodies. Any new Tamiya projects? Yes, actually. You know what? Let me take this body off so you can see what this chassis looks like. There is a full review coming out tonight for members, tomorrow for everybody else. But I set this up with Reedy Electronics. So we've got the 610R black box and an SP5 13.5 turn brushless censored motor, running a 24 tooth pinion on the 81 tooth spur. So lots of wheel speed. Just a pretty basic YG302 gyro. And I built a little battery plug holder just to clean everything up a little bit. In terms of new Tamiya projects, yes, I am. I'm going to take a car with me to France. I'm going to Paris in the fall to celebrate my 20th wedding anniversary with Rebecca. And that's like recreating our honeymoon, basically. So 20 years later, we're going back to Paris. And I was like, I'm going to take an RC car with me. Because nothing says I love you like filming RC videos in Paris. But I have the Tamiya Citroen DB or DS, Citroen DS that I'm picking up at the hobby shop tomorrow. So I'm going to paint that up and, maybe we'll do like Just Married on the back with the cans, and then we'll do like a rip and drive through the streets of Paris. So that'll be fun. Have you mounted that body in the last 61 days? No. I can mount a body. I can't modify a body. 20 years, yes. Tamiya Baguette. She put up with you for 20 years. It feels like the amount of time I'm putting up with you. 20, you're so old. Yeah, we got married when I just turned 27 when we got married. So you can do your own math. Would you put a gyro in a Tamiya rally? Any advantage? I mean, I think a gyro, Traxxas stability management, whatever Spectrum calls their version of it. What do they call theirs? I can't remember what it's called now. That's so weird. But it's in like the motorbike. It's in the Baja Race 2.0. Trying to think of what it's called. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, stability control helps. AVC. Thank you. That's the best. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, that could help. I don't see how it could hurt. Rally car gets sideways a lot. Yeah, that might actually help. It'd be interesting to see if it works. Why don't you do it and then tell me? Got to find a hobby store in Paris and buy a car there. I'll buy something there. We already did locate one in Paris in like the 11th arrondissement, so it's not super far away from where we're going to be. But yeah, we'll definitely go in there. It would be really cool to talk to some Parisian hobby enthusiasts. So yeah, there's the drift car. What else was on your list of things you wanted to see? The age-old story. Boy meets girl. Boy builds mannequin of girl. Isn't there a servo with a built-in gyro? Probably. I don't know. That's beyond me. I'm not too familiar with all the drift stuff. I'm still getting used to it. Yeah, hey, watch it on the age. This is a Gen X zone. Yeah, exactly. We're all old. Oh, Sunflower Steak Crawlers, thank you. Just DM'd you a free ugly body I'll send you. I appreciate that. Thanks. I don't know what it is, but I've got some ideas of what I wanted to do. And you know me, like I say, I just want it to be like a basher cruddy body, but I'll probably go way above and beyond and do something nice with it. And then I'll be like, I don't want to run this one either. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I've been working on. I do need to get this Pathfinder chassis done. I keep staring at it. It's just sitting over here. I haven't built the links. I've got its transmission is here. Yeah. I've been meaning to do this, but I haven't. Maybe I'll get this built for Pro Land by the Fire as well. I could see that happening. This could be a quick, like, Lexan body, just get her done. So, I just had me prostate out. Oh, well, I hope you are recovering well from that, Jono. Can't be fun, that? So take care of yourself. Maybe buy yourself a kit to build while you're recovering. When do we actually get our rally cars? I don't know. Oh, you mean the Kyosho? Well, I think they should be releasing soon. I know that it said August, I think, on A-Main. Let me double check while I'm thinking about it. A-Main hobbies. Datsun. Still in pre-order. Does not say when. Maybe it does on Kyosho's website. Kyosho America. Wow, that's the first car it goes to. Now it says out of stock. It's got to be out soon. Hopefully soon. That's the best I can do for you. Let's see some more RCs. Okay. What haven't we looked at? Oh, I ruined this TRX4M. I ruined it real good. Put some of those tracks I got on there. That looks awesome. Ready to roll. Where's my Kyosho RX3? Yeah, that's supposed to be out soon too, isn't it? I don't know where those are either. TRD. I don't have anything for TRD anymore. Oh, somebody wanted to see the mail truck, right? Throw a fifth scale up there. Yeah. The Baja. Is that what it's called? The HPI Baja is in the other room. And no, it's too big. All right, we're going to show the mail truck, and then I think we're going to end this. This one was built by Westmade. I talked to him recently. He's doing okay. This is a VS410 that I've chopped front and rear because it is very short. As you can see, the rear axle is pretty much aligned with the back of the body. Are those tracks printed? Yes, you can buy them on Etsy. I had to relocate the front servo. It is still chassis mounted. Has a VFD in it. And this was all vacuum formed styrene that Wes built. Wes made from West Desert Wheeler. Bumper is rusting nicely. Yes, it's coming along. That's a Scale Metal Supplies. Oh, that does look good. Wow. That just chuffed me right in the Gulliver. Love it. Yeah, that looks really good. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Very capable truck because of the wheelbase to body ratio. I really like this one. This one's really super fun to drive. And has some chips in the paint, which makes me sad. But it shows that I use my junk. I thought Wes was the dog. Every time he says chuffed, do a shot of hairspray. I miss Westmade's build videos. I do too, Kev. Those are great. Really sad that he doesn't make those anymore. Anyway, super fun truck. Highly recommend one if you have the means. Yeah. I think that's about a good place to probably end this episode. It's been 100 episodes. I can't thank you all enough for hanging out with me as much as you do. I really do appreciate all the time we get to spend together. It's pretty great. It's been really fun. And I do have to give credit where credit is due. Josh did make this suggestion to me. He wanted to, I was like, I want to do like a weekly show, but I need to have something that will motivate me to keep doing it. And he's like, well, why don't you do something like where you just show off the stuff you're working on? Sort of like the forum, but in video form. And I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's pretty good. So I'm really happy that he suggested I do that. I told you over and over, okay, that's not the way to accept a compliment. You're supposed to go, no worries, bro. I got you, man. Love you, dude. He's like, no, I told you to do that, idiot. Yeah, it's been a real pleasure hanging out with you guys for 100 weeks. And what an absolute ding dong. My thanks, of course, also to all of you gold level ding dongs for hanging out on the members only side. Lots of fun stuff going on over there. This kind of tip and trick kind of episode, something that I've been trying to do on the regular over on that side. So if you are interested in learning, there will be lots more opportunities like that coming up in the future. I thought the dog was Wheeler. Much thank you to Blind Guy RC, K Guy for becoming a new member, T-Rex for becoming a new member, Thomas Bialzik, C Death, T-Rex, Rafter M new member, Art Blue, and Rideworks Inc., also known as Buck Dandy. You are all so great. Thank you, you gold level ding dongs, and thank you to everybody else for watching. Can we see some toes now? All right, guys, thank you so much. What's going on this week? Watch for the drift review video. It drifts really well right out of the box, provided you set it up properly, put some good quality electronics in it. All right. Yeah, watch for that video coming soon. And that's it, I guess. How about some more personal affirmations? I got back into the hobby at the beginning of the year, and I've been watching your videos since. The reviews really helped. Thanks. Thank you for watching, Mike. Much appreciated. Love you all. Bye. We'll see you soon.